Hey champ, this is Coach Shay. Welcome back to the Champions Pedigree, where it is all about mental toughness for young athletes. Listen, I'm on a mission to coach, train, develop at least 10,000 young men, young women that want to grow in their area, really their capacity for mental toughness. So if that's you, you are in the right place. Today, we're going to be talking about consistency and how it can help you personally, athletically, and really contribute to your team on an ongoing basis. Like most of us who are basketball fans, we are in smack dab in the middle of March Madness. And man, I've been enjoying the games. Been some really entertaining games. Some have been, there have been some shockers, but I can tell you that my bracket is perfect. My bracket is perfect. And all transparency, I started filling out my bracket, but I did not get a chance to complete it. I got sidetracked. And so just to where it is right now, my bracket is perfect. But I'm enjoying the games. But in watching men's and women's college basketball, there are just things that I see that are uh, they make me just really pause and think, and like, wow, if I was in that space, what are some things that maybe could help me if I was there? Is where you see these one, two, top ranked seeds, and they're losing to the lower seed or someone like an 8, 9, or a 10. And I always wonder, why is that? I see it in men's, I see it in women's, and I always wonder, why is that? And when I was playing, there were some games that we were clearly better than the other team that we lost. And there were some other times when we went up against a team that was better than us talent wise, but we were able to beat them. And I wonder, why does that happen? The answer that I came to is consistency. You see, the great ones, the ones that are world class, the ones that are elite, the 1%, those that are at the top of um, the talent pool, of the skill pool, they are consistent. Well, how does that transfer into a game? Well, it transfers is that a lot of times when you go into a tournament and you are a high ranked team, I see that teams, they come out. I mean, I call it sleepwalking, not playing, not playing with the same intensity as the other team, taking plays off, because you're a high ranked team, and you think, maybe you think that other teams, other schools are going to lay down for you. And that's not the case, because I can tell you, and I've seen it, that other team that may be an 8, 9, 10 ranked, they know that they're a lot better than where they're ranked at. And all they are looking for is an opportunity. They're only looking for a shot to go up against you, and they're hungry. They're scrappy. They're bringing everything. They got the mentality. They have the approach. And the top ranked teams is just, well, hey, we're here. We're gonna just make our way, and we'll get to the Final Four, and then we'll start playing hard. Well, if we are going to grow in our capacity for mental toughness, there are no games that you can take off. There are no plays that you can take off. There are no days that you can take off. And I don't mean to the point where you don't rest your body, but what I mean is just from an approach, an intensity. We don't have the time um, to really to just take our time and not take it seriously, right? Because the thing about world class athletes and players, and those that bring it, is that they believe that the people that they're suiting up with are approaching the game the same way. And sometimes that is the case, sometimes it's not the case. And when it's not the case, what you have to remember is that you are the leader on the team. You are a leader on the team, and you are leading a team of leaders. And so holding a guy, holding a girl, and a teammate accountable, saying, hey, I don't see you bringing it right now, and holding their feet to the fire, right? That's what the great ones do. And I just want to remind you, like, one way that you can make sure that you are consistent is ask yourself each and every day, are my actions congruent with my thought patterns, with my beliefs? Is there a congruency? Is the sameness, does it equal between my actions and my thoughts? Because if it does, then each and every day I'm regimented. I'm doing this, I'm doing my routine. I'm reminding myself of my why. I'm starting my day with mental clarity. I'm approaching my sport with mental clarity. I'm approaching practice with mental clarity, training with mental clarity, conditioning, weightlifting, eating right, getting rest, doing all those things with mental clarity. And I keep reminding myself, or you keep reminding yourself, we have to keep reminding ourselves why we're doing this, and that we're going to be consistent, regardless of how I feel, regardless of who I'm lacing up my sneakers to be playing against. Look, they're an opponent, and when there is an opponent across the court that thinks that they're better than me, that's all the motivation that we that we really should be approaching the game with. So you don't have an opportunity to take time off. We don't get that luxury because our team is counting on us. So even if the team is kind of lackadaisical, hey, sometimes you may have to get in the guy's face. You have to get in the girl's face saying, "No, we're not taking this team lightly. We should beat them. We're better than them. We're going to show them why we're better than them. We're not going to do all the talking. We're not doing the uh, just the stuff, all the fun stuff. No, it's time to be locked in. It's time to take it to them and not taking any plays, any days off." So that's really my reminder for you, is making sure that we are consistency. Am I starting with mental clarity? Do I have clarity about why I'm doing this? Do I have clarity about the goals, the visions, the aspirations that I have personally as a player, but as a team, are we reminded of what the goal is? Mental clarity. And then two, are my actions and habits congruent, or do they equal? Are they the same as the same thought pattern that I have? Just a question that you should take some time and really think about. While I'll end it talking about thinking, another thing that the great ones do is they sit in silence and just think, having their thoughts, having the time to themselves to analyze their thoughts, to think about certain things, to give attention to their thoughts. I mean, it's a powerful practice, and if you haven't ever done that before, I mean, you get rid of all the distractions. You get away from your phone, get away from the screen, get away from people, and just sit in silence and just think. Think about the thoughts that are coming to mind, and start to just question them within yourself. And it would also be good practice to maybe have a journal and just jot some things down. And wow, I wonder why I thought about that. I wonder why I think this way. Is this helping me? Is this congruent to the same actions that I have? So if I am believing that I'm the best person on the team, I'm the best player in the court, I'm the best player in the gym, well, my training ought to look like that. Your training ought to look like that. So do your thoughts match your actions? That's all for today. Mental Toughness Mondays. I'm Coach Jay, and this is the Champion's Pedigree. I cannot wait to celebrate all of your success. I'll see you next time.